Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Hedera and Hbar. So with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So a lot of moves have been being made around this space in the last couple of weeks. And one of the biggest moves that we've been really kind of acknowledging is tokenization endeavors from the big players like BlackRock, right? Well, today we got a huge announcement. In fact, it was a massive, massive day for Hbar, for Hedera, and all those holders out there as well. When we look at the space right now on the top 24-hour gainers, guys, Hbar is number one, up 42%. Not only that, right? But check out the trading volume, up 1,100% to $576 million. The market cap is up about 42% today, and the overall chart, well, you guys already see the chart here. Now, are we getting a little bit too excited about this move? In my opinion, no. I don't think that, I don't think anyone should be excited just yet. Until we actually clear some levels, meaning we clear the all-time high, there's no reason to get excited. I always say, make sure that your emotions are still, net zero whenever you see green or red. But it is definitely an exciting day, and I do think that it definitely calls for a celebration because this is a huge move for Hbar, for Hedera, and even when we go over to the top 100 gainers, Hbar is number one in terms of the top 100 coins, but guess what? Top 500, Hbar is still number one. So it is a very exciting day for Hbar, for Hedera, and it's also exciting for the entire industry. Listen, we're starting to see maturity happen over time, but it is happening. And not only that, but a lot of these great platforms like Hedera are now starting to be taken seriously. This is what the overall chart looks like for Hbar right now. We are battling a resistance zone currently on the 1 day. RSI is definitely getting into the point of overbought, but I'm not too concerned about the RSI. Again, it's not a major thing that is guaranteed for us to sell off, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did sell off a little bit because, again, it's just basic TA, right? If we're going to have a move like this, it's going to come back down. The big thing to focus on is maintaining this upper trend line and then continuing from there. But if we look at the 1 week, we knew that a move was brewing. Now that upper trend line is going to look a little bit different on the weekly because, again, I'm going off of what the daily is telling us. But this bottom trend line was the thing that I was actually focused on the macro chart since going all the way back to October. So we had this nice low back here, followed by this higher low, and then we also had this higher low here. So that maintained, and we were waiting for the big break to the upside from here. We broke through that upper trend line, and right now we are battling that resistance from March 4th and also March 11th, and these are 2 weekly candles. So this was 2 weeks of us battling this resistance zone. Now, this could very well be the start of that big move that I was telling you guys about for a very long time now. It's about roughly 15 to 20 cents. Now, before you say, Nick, that's not really a big move. It's only 15 to 20 cents. It's not a big move in the idea like, oh, we're going to new all-time highs, but it is a big move in the short term that will put us on the path to a new all-time high. Me personally, I wouldn't be surprised if this did pull back tested the lower trend line, or even just a support zone, maybe even back testing resistance, turning it into support around like roughly 10 cents. And then we go on the next move to like almost 20 cents. Then we back test a support zone, and this would be more so going all the way back to like 2021. Even like the 17-cent zone back here would be fine, but also more so demand zone is like around like roughly 15 cents. So the 15-cent zone would be the next target, and then from there we impulsively move all the way up to about roughly 30 cents. And this is what I would be looking at on Hbar going into like the later weeks of May, pretty much. So May would be the time to really kind of look at this. But also what's funny about all of this is the Bitcoin pairs. There's a lot of altcoins out there that look just like this in terms of Hbar, where it's basically dead. Right? If we're going and if we're actually looking at this, if we go back to just January of 2023, so, over a year ago, Hbar was just recently down 76% versus Bitcoin. It was guaranteed almost to make a move. Nothing in this space is guaranteed, but I mean, when you have something like this and we come back down to these levels of going all the way back to December of 2020 or even, January of 2020, and you had these big impulsive moves to the upside, we were waiting for that impulsive move, and this could very well be the start of that. We still need to clear some EMAs. Specifically, we're at the 50 weekly EMA, the orange line right now. We're fighting that. And then from there, we really kind of target the 200 weekly EMA. But things can move very fast in the space. You just have to be a little bit patient, and you need to focus on the bigger picture. And typically, news events like what we just saw help the overall chart. Now, let's actually jump into it because I know that you guys don't really like charts all that much. Let's look at the announcement. So I said, what a massive move for Hedera and all the Hbar holders out there, BlackRock, Hedera, and Arcix. It doesn't get any better than this. I tried to warn everyone that Hedera is taking over this year. I hope you all listened. And you know what's funny about this? 5 days ago, guys. 5 days ago, I uploaded a video regarding Hedera and Hbar with BlackRock. And the whole premise of the video was the fact that BlackRock is now entering asset tokenization, and it's with Ethereum. I laughed about this. I said, there's no way that it's going to be Ethereum. So what were we looking at? Well, we were looking at the best-in-class tokenization endeavors. And this is where we really kind of looked at Hedera and what's been happening around Hedera in terms of tokenization. I said, it's so obvious that Hedera is going to be one of those big players in terms of the tokenization race. And guess what? Today, we got the announcement. Today, we witness real world asset history as BlackRock's ICS US Treasury Money Market Fund is tokenized on Hedera with Arcix Exchange and Onera.io, marking a major milestone in asset management by bringing the world's largest asset manager on chain. Guys, look at the engagement here. Almost 800,000 views, 3.2K likes, 1.9K retweets. This is insane. But this is just proof, and it gives you more confidence about how big of a name Hedera is becoming. I hear so much nonsense about Hedera in terms of like, oh, they keep releasing the supply. The Hbar supply keeps going up. Guys, there's only going to be 50 billion max supply of Hbar. The faster they get this supply out there, the better. It doesn't really halt the fact that like Hbar can't go to $1, $2, $3, even $10. Guys, at $10, we're talking about a $500 billion market cap for Hbar. Now, is that going to happen this cycle? No, but I'm just saying like long term, we're now starting to see the big players being tapped in. And Hedera definitely is one of those big players. I don't see how Hbar doesn't become an absolute giant in the traditional world and even in the Web3 world. But over here, let's go into the full-on announcement. So this development builds on the growing portfolio of institutional RWAs, real-world assets, on Hedera, with Hedera Governing Council member Aberdeen, the UK's largest active wealth manager, tokenizing its flagship multi-billion-dollar pound MMF on Hedera last year. This additional BlackRock MMF, which is money market funds, along with existing offerings, are all available directly on the Arcix Exchange platform, as well as through connected networks available to professional and institutional clients. Through the tokenization of this additional money market fund, the best-in-class combination of speed, security, and low fixed fees on Hedera are further validated, and we look forward to welcoming in the next wave of global TradFi institutions to the network for real-world asset tokenization. And you know what's funny about this? Imagine all of the eyes that are on Hedera right now from those traditional financial institutions, and they're questioning, what does BlackRock, see in Hedera? I have to look into this. Maybe Hedera's not even a well-known name yet in the TradFi space. Now, all of a sudden, they're doing research on what Hedera is doing, how big Hedera is becoming in terms of tokenization, and well, now you see the spotlight put on Hedera. And because this is BlackRock, this is the #1 largest asset management company out there with $10 trillion under their belt, and they're choosing Hedera after they chose, Ethereum. So now the only two currently networks in the space that are tapped in with BlackRock are Hedera and Ethereum. And we already know Ethereum is not cutting it in terms of the scale that something like BlackRock would need. So I do think that Hedera is going to shine even brighter here. Now, the full breakdown is over here. Now, I'm not going to waste your guys' time and read through all of this. In fact, I used ChatGPT to summarize it. We have Arcix, the UK's first FCA-regulated digital asset exchange, has broadened its offerings by introducing tokenized shares of the BlackRock ICS US Treasury Money Market Fund in partnership with the Hbar Foundation. This extends their existing portfolio, including Aberdeen's MMFs, now available directly on the Arcix platform and through affiliated networks. The inaugural transaction of tokenized BlackRock MMF shares occurred on the Onera P2P digital asset network, highlighting Arcix's commitment to enhancing liquidity and accessibility in the high interest rate landscape. Graham Rodford, who is the CEO of Arcix, underscores the importance of diversifying MMF offerings to meet varied client needs and praises Onera's role in expanding distribution channels. Also, an individual from Onera, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his full name, but it's Ami Ben David. I hope that I'm saying that name right. Again, I actually just said the full name, but regardless, we have of Onera emphasizes the simplicity and inclusivity of their transaction routing system, facilitating access to Arcix's tokenized MMFs for a wide range of financial institutions. The partnership's alignment with the growing interest in real-world asset tokenization underscores money market funds' significance in both traditional and crypto finance realms. Shane Higdon, CEO of the Hbar Foundation, praises this collaboration utilization of Hedera's infrastructure for institutional grade tokenization. Notably, tokenized MMFs or MMF shares are offered exclusively to professional and institutional clients with associated risk outlined regarding investment fluctuation and potential loss of principal. Now, with that being said, how will this affect Hbar? How will this affect Hedera? Well, if you guys know, at this point in time, you should know that Hbar powers the entire Hedera ecosystem. Hbar is the gas for Hedera. Hbar is the thing that is actually securing the network as well. So when we look at this, right, and we see that Hedera is also going to be tapped in terms of the tokenization engine for this institutional wise, because we even have like this is going to be utilized as the infrastructure for institutional grade tokenization. And even up here, although yes, Onera is going to be tapped in as well, Hedera plays a key role in all of this. And if we're looking at that and we're thinking about that, well, demand, right, volume, value, all of that will significantly affect the network, especially if there's going to be a large amount of scale being pushed through something like this, which I do believe that there will be. I mean, go look at the Bitcoin ETFs, for an example, just with BlackRock, right? So if we look at that, well, this could easily affect Hbar, right? It could easily affect the price of Hbar, and the entire network could have a very large network effect, because not only BlackRock, right? Imagine all of the other players that could very well come over to Hedera now because of this major announcement. I do think that this is going to be a huge game changer. Now, outside of all of that, I actually got a comment today because of this, and we have, bro, it's hard to believe anything you say when you pump XRP, the biggest scam coin in crypto. BlackRock chooses Hbar, you lose. XRP is a scam. Now, what's funny about this is that I said, so now XRP is the biggest scam coin in crypto. Oh, and BlackRock chose Hbar, but it's all through Arcix that is connected with Medico, that was acquired by Ripple, who uses XRP and the XRP ledger for tokenization initiatives. Think outside of whatever box you are in, buddy, because if we actually go back to this, right, the CEO of Arcix, right, Graham Rodford, who is mentioned here, right, he's emphasizing the importance of diversifying and stuff like that. He already said that by the end of 2025, he could see $30 to $50 trillion moving on the XRP ledger. Now, obviously, is that a realistic outlook? Possibly not, right? We don't know how much money is going to be here, but it shows you that the XRP ledger with Ripple is a huge deal. When you go over to custody on Arcix's website, custody cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and stablecoins with Arcix. Guys, the solution has been built with the institutional leading technology in collaboration with Medico, who is a Ripple acquired company, and IBM. Look at all of the cryptocurrencies there in front of you. XRP, XLM, Hbar, Algorand, all of them, because everything is connected. And here you guys have Medico Harmonize being mentioned, and you also have IBM Cloud Hyper Protect crypto services. And by the way, for everyone out there that is wondering, well, like, how does all of this work? Because Medico is a Ripple acquired company. Ripple is focused on institutional DeFi initiatives around tokenization, and guess what? It's all built around the XRP ledger and even XRP. So as we really look at this, right, like there's always been a lot of conversations around like Hedera working with Ripple possibly, and even, you know, XRP and Hbar really kind of coming together to, you know, see the best of both worlds. And I do think that that's what's already happening, right? Like a lot of this space is fully connected. You just have to do a little bit of deep diving into the research aspect of it. A lot of the, you know, ridiculous comments out there, a lot of them are negative. It's backed by pretty much zero research. It's almost low IQ comments, which is ridiculous. But regardless, today was a massive day for Hedera. It's a massive day for the entire ecosystem. Guys, we're starting to see crypto. I feel as though it's moving into the more serious and more mature audience, which I think is very exciting. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on for some more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.